Financial crises don't appear out of nowhere. They build in the news before they show up in the data. The St. Louis Fed Financial Stress Index tracks market stress every week, but by the time it moves, markets have already reacted. We ask, can we see it coming by reading the news instead? This is a live monitor page of StressPress. Here we can see the current Fed score. A negative score means that there is low stress. Here we can see the recent Fed history and the next week's forecast, as well as the confidence interval. Here we can see the divergence alerts. It's calm. There's no unusual signal detected currently. And here we can see the current stress theme breakdowns by categories. Here we can also see the New York Times articles that have been recently published and the corresponding categories that they belong to and how they affect the Fed score. For example, justices strike down Trump's tariffs made the Fed score decrease in the category of geopolitical and external risk.
This is our model analysis page. We have a total of 1,362 data points, each corresponding to a Friday of the week since January of the year 2000. And each data point stores a few different values. So this is our delta Fred graph, which predicts the change in Fred for the week. So we store the actual change in Fred since the last week, along with the predicted change in Fred, the three predicted changes in Fred, which correspond to the three different models we use, which is linear regression, lasso CV, and random forest. And then down here, you can see the R squared value. As you can see, linear regression performed the best. And then we could also see what factors played into the prediction. Of course, current Fred being the most important factor. And then we have the model for the absolute Fred score, which predicts the actual Fred score for that week rather than the change in Fred score. And this is way more heavily weighted on the current Fred score rather than the other factors. And then we also have predictions that look more than just 1 week into the future. We have 4 week, 8 week, 2 week, and 12 week. And then, of course, we also have the final prediction. So for the most recent Fed score, which was on February 13th, we have a prediction like 2 weeks in the future, and this is the same for every model.